wearing this shirt. It says made in the 90s.
I was made in the 90s.
When I was a kid, I didn't have cable. Like, hardly ever. And when I did have cable, I was a little bit older, so I was more around the time of, like, Hannah Montana, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and, like, all that stuff. There was a time when I was, like, super little, where I would watch, like, Rugrats and Hey Arnold, and I was a huge Disney Channel kid. And I had to entertain myself, because what else was I gonna do? There were no, like, toy unboxing videos. Like, it was just, you either watched cartoons or you played with your toys. Like, that was just how it was when I was little. I was thinking about some of the things that I did as a kid and some of the memories that I have, and I got really super nostalgic, and I thought, I want to talk about them because they were super freaking weird. I had a weird childhood. So I went through this crazy Barbie phase. So, like, I was really, really obsessed with Barbies. Like, those were my favorite things to play with. I was living my life vicariously through my dolls. I had this one event at my grandma's house, and I made her and my grandpa play with these dolls with me, and I was like living my best life. She had just gotten a new doll for me to keep at my grandma's house, a new outfit. She was like super cool, and like it was around Christmas time, so it was like before Christmas, but like, you know, in the holidays. I opened this doll and I was playing with her, and we were like running around the living room, and I gave her a superpower that she could fly. And I was flying her around the den, and my grandma and grandpa are sitting at the couch like hanging out with these dolls. I decided that my Barbie was cold, okay? I decided that my Barbie was cold, and then it clicked in my mind, the fireplace is on. I stood behind the couch staring at the fireplace, and I'm like,
my Barbie is very cold.
I'm gonna warm her up.
And my grandma and grandpa are thinking like, oh, okay, just playing along or whatever. I walk over to the fireplace and shove my Barbie doll into the fire. No protection on my hands, just straight into the fire. My grandma and grandpa, they both shot up out of their chairs, ran over to me, pulled me back from the fire, and I'm standing there like, my doll was cold. They turned the doll around, and her hair literally looked like something you pull out of a hairbrush after you've brushed your hair for the 45th time. It was completely singed. Like, some of it had fallen off, some of it was just sticking straight up and was like burnt to a crisp. That doll still exists to this day at my grandma's house, just in a box somewhere with all of my old Barbies. We were moving out of the house when I was around maybe 8 or 9 years old. We had to have a designated storage room because we were packing everything into boxes, and because there were so many boxes everywhere, we couldn't move throughout the house to move furniture. So my bedroom was the one we chose as a storage room, and then when I went to sleep, I would just sleep on my parents' floor. So like on a pallet of blankets or whatever. Boxes were like up to like the corner of the ceiling. It was too tempting. I had to climb it. When they were like taking a break and they weren't going in and out of that bedroom, I went into that room and told my parents, I'm gonna go play with my dolls. And I would go into that bedroom and climb up to the very top box in the corner of the ceiling, and I would sit on a box and I would sing Lizzie McGuire songs. But the problem that happened with all of this was I wasn't aware of what was in the boxes.
I am destructive. Wow.
I had a vanity under all of these boxes, apparently, and I didn't know about this. There was a glass like desk cover, like a glass thing that you put on top of a desk. That shattered. I honestly don't know if they know that I was up there. They know that I broke the glass thing, and they know that I squished the box, but they don't know how. Don't let your kids do that. Oh my gosh. I was a huge Cheetah Girls fan. When they were in my town and I got to see them live, I was at school that day, the day of the concert. I was at school, and my friends and I were in line waiting to leave school. One of my friends goes,
I'm seeing the Cheetah Girls tonight. Are you?
and I remember being like so depressed and sad because I didn't have tickets. Me and my friend Shelby were hanging out that night because we didn't have tickets and it was Shelby's birthday. We were just gonna play with our dolls, and watch a movie, basically. This girl is like asking me, are you going? I'm going. And out of the blue, I just decided to lie. And I said,
Yeah, I'm going. I'll see you there.
oh no. After I had told her I was going, I panicked because I knew that I was not going, and I also knew that she was probably going to ask for proof the next time that I saw her. I felt really stupid for lying because I knew darn well that I'm not supposed to lie. I went home and I told my mom that I lied, and she was like, why'd you do that? And I was like, I don't know, she was pressuring me and she was being a bully. So I go to my friend's house and we pass the arena where they're at, like where the concert's gonna be held. We were passing it and we're looking at it and we're like, bye, cheetah girls, like looking out the window like freaking weirdos and like crying over the fact we're not seeing the cheetah girls. We were so upset. We also were under the impression that Vanessa Hudgens was there for some reason. We thought that she was an opening act. I don't know where we got that idea, but we did. Anyway, I got to Shelby's house and we were playing with our dolls. She was the Bratz kid. So like I was a Barbie kid and she was the Bratz dolls kid. So like we were playing with Bratz dolls. We were under the impression we're gonna go out to see a movie. Me and Shelby both are under this impression that we're gonna go see Night at the Museum at the movie theater. Her mom and aunt are there. So this is Shelby's birthday and we're gonna go see a movie. Her mom and aunt are standing in front of me and Shelby and go,
Oh, these aren't tickets to the Night at the Museum. These are tickets to the Cheetah Girls.
and Shelby's losing her mind and screaming and like jumping up and down. And I'm just standing there like this. And I remember in my head, instead of being excited that I was going to see the Cheetah Girls, in my head I'm thinking, I didn't lie to that girl. And I was like so thrilled that my lie was now not a lie, that I was actually going. So we got to the concert. We had a blast. That was the coolest concert ever. We were like 20th row, I believe. And like we were allowed to like roam around onto the side, like next to our chairs. So we were like on an edge seat. So like me and Shelby could stand over to the right and watch the show without having people like block our view. And so we were like dancing and like having such a good time. So you know how there's a floor and then there's like a little section of people sitting, like that's their section. I look up and the person in the second row on this thing is the girl that I told that I was gonna be there, and I lied to her. And she's standing there and she sees me and she goes, I had better chairs than her. I'm done. I can't think of any more to like talk about, but I would like to do this more often because I had fun talking about these things. I like talking about my childhood. I think it's fun. All right. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so, all right, I'm done. Bye.